From a light base coat, paint the entire blade Caledor Sky. I would suggest that there's many layers of this technique. Keeping the paint as thin as possible is important, and as you can see, the coverage on the first layer is quite poor, but 2 or 3 coats should give you an even finish. The first darker transition is done by glazes of Kantor Blue. Keep this nice and thin and keep all brushstrokes in the direction of the darker end of the colour. The first layer won't be that appreciated, but doing multiple layers in this fashion gives you a smoother transition. To show you the difference, the first clip here is after 1 layer and the second clip after 3. To complete the dark transition, now use the same techniques using Abaddon Black, again glazing and constantly bringing the brush towards the darker end of the blade, and 2 or 3 layers will be needed in this case as well to get a smooth finish. For the lighter end of the blade, first start with glazes of Lothern Blue paint. If any of these transitions look too harsh, you can always use very thin Caledor Sky between the 2 colours to try to blend it. This technique works for any transitions on the model. The light transition is completed using white scar, following the same techniques as for the other colours. To complete the effect, thin edge highlights along the centre of the blade and along the edges. Or, if you wanted, like my example, do a big, massively thick edge highlight down the middle of the blade. Unfortunately, in this example, the thin edge highlight was anything but due to the overall effect looking okay, I figured I'd keep going. The edge highlights on the sharp edge of the blades are a bit easier to complete because you can just use the edge of the brush to catch these sharp edges. For some models where the blade angle is deep, you could use this technique to pick out the centre white line as well, but a lot of the blades end up being quite shallow and this generally isn't all that effective.